What if Earth stopped spinning? Right now, you are moving, even if you are sitting perfectly still. At the equator, Earth spins so fast that you are traveling at roughly 1,000 miles per hour, just because the planet beneath you is rotating. You do not feel it because the ground, the oceans, and most of the atmosphere are moving with you. But what if Earth suddenly stopped spinning? Not slowed down. Stopped. For 1 second, you would still keep moving east at the speed Earth had given you. And that would be a problem. Everything not firmly attached to bedrock, the air, oceans, cars, trees, buildings, and you, would continue racing eastward. Near the equator, the atmosphere could become a wall of wind moving faster than the speed of sound. It would not feel like a strong gust. It would feel like the world itself had been fired from a cannon. But let's rewind. What if Earth somehow stopped spinning gently? No instant catastrophe. No planet-sized wind blast. Just one day, Earth slowly comes to a stop. Would that be better? Well, not really. First, the sun would stop rising and setting every 24 hours. A normal day would become an entire year long. For about 6 months, one side of Earth would face the sun almost continuously. The other side would spend 6 months trapped in darkness. On the sunny side, temperatures would climb for months. Deserts could become nearly unlivable, lakes would shrink, crops would fail, forests would dry out and burn. Then, eventually, the sun would begin to move away, and the long night would arrive. For the next 6 months, temperatures would crash, water would freeze, storms would form where hot air from the day side collided with cold air from the night side. Life would not disappear instantly, but modern civilization is built around a planet with regular days, predictable weather, and seasons that do not last half a year at a time. Then there is the ocean. Earth's spin helps shape the planet's oceans. The rotation creates a slight bulge around the equator. Earth is not a perfect sphere. It is a little wider in the middle. If Earth stopped spinning, that bulge would no longer be supported. Over thousands of years, water would slowly move away from the equator and toward the poles. The equatorial regions could lose huge amounts of ocean, exposing new land. Meanwhile, areas closer to the poles could be swallowed by rising seas. Imagine the Atlantic and Pacific gradually relocating north and south, leaving massive new equatorial continents behind. The map of Earth would become unrecognizable. But there is another strange effect. Without rotation, the Coriolis effect would weaken dramatically. That is the force that bends winds, helps organize hurricanes, and shapes large ocean currents. No spinning Earth means weather would work differently. Hurricanes, as we know them, would struggle to form because they need planetary rotation to spin up. That sounds like good news, but it would be replaced by something worse. Giant, persistent circulation systems between the hot side of Earth and the cold side. Instead of familiar weather patterns moving across continents, you could get enormous winds flowing from regions of endless day toward regions of endless night. One side cooks, one side freezes, and between them sits a narrow zone of permanent twilight, a place where the sun is always near the horizon, not day, not night, just an endless sunset. That narrow band might become Earth's most livable region. You could imagine cities built there, moving with the seasons or clustered in a temperate ring around the planet. To one side, unbearable heat. To the other, deep ice and darkness. Humanity would not live across a globe anymore. It would live on a border. But wait, Earth's spin does more than control our day length and weather. It also slightly changes how much you weigh. At the equator, Earth's rotation creates a tiny outward effect that makes you weigh a little less than you would at the poles. If the planet stops spinning, that effect disappears. You would weigh slightly more, not enough to crush anyone, but enough to prove that even your body has been quietly shaped by a spinning planet your entire life. And then there is the moon. Earth's rotation interacts with the moon through tides. Over very long periods, the moon slows Earth's spin down by a tiny amount. That is already happening. Earth's days are getting longer, by milliseconds over centuries. So the planet will eventually slow down, just not anytime soon, and thankfully, not all at once. Because if Earth stopped spinning instantly, civilization would not get a chance to build twilight cities or adapt to year-long days. There would be no time to adapt. The air would keep moving. The oceans would keep moving. and almost everything on the surface would be caught in the momentum of a planet that suddenly forgot how to turn. So, the next time you watch the sun set, remember, the sun is not actually falling. You are. You are standing on a spinning planet, racing through space, held to the ground by gravity, while Earth quietly turns beneath your feet.